So here we have the SKODA FABIA Monte Carlo Estate on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside though, you can see it's a 5-door car with those black alloy wheels to match the black mirror caps and roof as well. We're going to start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it. But now that we've done a full circle, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the centre, you can see the total miles for this car. They are 25,510. Above that, we have a digital readout for the speedometer. You can change that information using controls on the steering wheel. We're on the driving data menu at the moment. There are other menus available to us as well, and you can see me cycling through those and back around to the beginning again. And the buttons that I was using to do that are just here. We have phone controls over that side as well, and then stereo controls on the left-hand side. Cruise control on this stalk just behind the steering wheel, and behind that, the stereo itself. So it's a touch screen, although we do have a few physical buttons down the right and left-hand side. So for example, we're on the radio menu right now. We have got DAB, FM and AM radio available to us. If we hit the media button, we can listen to our own music, and there's a number of ways you can do that. And they include Bluetooth audio. So once you've paired your phone, you can make and receive phone calls and stream your music wirelessly as well. And then pairing your phone is done by hitting the phone button and following the instructions on screen from there. Working our way down, we have deadlock, so you can lock and unlock the car doors from the outside with our heated rear screen and hazard warning lights, and then the air conditioning. So you can adjust the temperature, fan speed and direction of the air. When you're happy with those settings, you can turn your air conditioning off or back on again. You can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly depending on the temperature you've set over here. Under that, we have our auxiliary, USB inputs and a 12-volt charging socket, and then a 5-speed manual gearbox. The last thing I wanted to mention is this panoramic roof. We have a manual sun blind that will pull from the back to meet in the middle here, and you can open them up manually. And as you can see, once they are both open, you get a huge expanse of glass here. This is a fixed section of glass, if you like, so it doesn't open, but as you can see, it lets in a huge amount of extra light. The last thing I wanted to run through is some of the paperwork that you can see just here. So we have the V5 registration document, of course, 2 keys for the car, as you can see, service history and the MOT certificate. If this car requires a service or MOT within the 6 months at the point at which we sell it, we will also do that as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Watson Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.